if pulling a woman was a game of chess, I would have flipped the board and threw it in the bin because I had no idea how to do it. How's everyone doing today? I'm about the time I fumbled the bag with women. Now I was sitting here thinking today, what moments could I talk about in this video where I fucked it up with a woman? But since there's so many in my shit library of fuck ups, I decided to go on two, which I thought were probably the worst shit ever. Probably like the two worst parts where I fumbled the bag that kind of think back to it makes me go like, oh, Artie, you fucking idiot. So yeah, the first moment of this is actually the time I fumbled the bag with a woman, and with this woman, it was someone who I kind of knew, not that much. I don't know. We were like in a group. I was like in a group chat with a bunch of random people from my school, and I remember this one from the group chat like added me, and then I added her back, and we started like snapping back and forth, and we're like texting and shit. And like I thought she's pretty chill. She's actually pretty cool. At some point, I ended up catching feelings for her because I thought she's pretty sick. She's basically like female me or some shit. She's like, oh yeah, this is the right one. She's the one. And one day I was like hanging around with my friends, and we were just walking along, and then for some reason they decided to like run off. They decided to do a fucking Sonic dash away from me. And because back in the day when I was chilling with my friends, they'd do this thing where like we'd be walking and then they just run away on me and like hide as like a joke, as like a practical prank. Leave our friend stranded on his own. Let's go. And I'd have to look for them like I'm looking for a rabbit in Super Mario Galaxy trying to get a key. I don't know, they just like running away from me. They just probably like getting a good bit of exercise in or some shit. But anyways, my friends after running away from me, I sit on this little wall because I was thinking they're gonna come back. You know, they're gonna be like, let's go. But they sort of didn't. They just like left and went to the shop because they thought I'd be tailing behind them like a mission in Assassin's Creed. We have to follow people. Yeah, they thought I'd be following them to the shop. So as I was sitting here, I got a text from the friend that is snapping who I caught feelings for. Let's just say her name's Sarah, whatever the fuck. And she basically asked me, do I want to come to the sleepover? It's going to be happening this Saturday. I'm going to be having friends over and shit. And I gave the most virgin gay boy response you could ever think of. No. Now, why the fuck did I reject the sleepover from this girl who I liked and who was going to have her friends there? I don't fucking know. The thing that I said early on, the thing that I said before as to why I rejected it is because I didn't know anyone there. I didn't know all of our friends. All our friends are going to be strangers and shit. I'm like, I was such a vegetable back in the day that I didn't realize that I could have went to the sleepover and I've got to know our friends. I thought, little old me was probably thinking, I'm gonna go to the sleepover, and the second I knock on the door, they're gonna fucking pull me in and start panning me up and down like they're trying to search me at airport security to check if I have any illegal substances or a knife or some shit. Like they're gonna be asking me questions. They're gonna have me sit down at this table with a gun pointing at my head, interrogating me like, who the fuck are you? Why are you here? Who do you work for? What is your ethnicity? Type shit like that. I didn't, that was sort of my reason for not showing up. It's actually kind of crazy as well because most people have to like act gay. Most people have to act like they fondle with some sax to get in. I was a straight man. This was like on my doorstep and I sort of just like kicked it away like a fucking soccer ball. I don't know. I kind of fucking hate myself for that, but it's sort of in the past over there. Other interactions I had with this woman was with this girl is I played Minecraft with her once. That's about it. And this other time I was like chilling at a friend's house and she showed up as well. I remember one of my friends done one of the fucking dirtiest things ever. Oh my god, I still fucking remember it as well. I'm not friends with this guy anymore because for reasons. But he said, my good friend was whispering into his ear something, and then he's just said out loud, "Oh, I did a chance to wear a horse." I just put in my ear, but I done another second most non-virgin response ever. I just started putting in my earphones, trying to distract myself, to blast music, so I don't have to be in this awkward position because I thought that would help things better. And she basically just said, "Yeah, no, there isn't really any chances," but she sort of went about it as chill. And yeah, basically that's Sarah. That's story number one. The story number two, I feel like I fumbled a lot harder with this one because there was multiple chances, there were multiple moments, and basically with this girl, she added me out of nowhere on Snapchat one day, and I sort of like, who are you? And then she's like, "Oh, you added me." I was like, "No, I added you." I'm like, "Are we gonna be playing this mind game of chess of like who added who?" And I'd sometimes snap her, I'd sometimes text her, and she's kind of like weird, a bit weird, like she like snapped me, but sometimes as well when I'd snap her, she'd like leave me on deliver for like days at a time. I'm like wondering where did this bitch go? Is she doing social distancing from her phone? The fuck, did she forget she had a phone maybe? I don't know. And yeah, but then in real life, whenever she'd see me, she'd like text me, but I was like, oh, I saw you at this place, or oh, where you going? Come over here, or some shit. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, do you want to hang out? Do you not? So there'd be like multiple times where I'm like chilling around. I'm just like with my friends outside. You know, we're chilling or just walking around, and she'd like text me to come over or some shit. And when we would go over, I'd basically say none. One of these times, I was chilling with my friends outside. This was like summer, and I met a lot of people, met a lot of random new friends. It's actually a great day, and we were chilling in this park, and she was sitting over there. Let's just say her name's Lucy Lucy for this one, and she's sitting on a bench with like 6-7 other people. I had no idea who they were. They're like strangers or some shit, and she like signaled me to come over and shit, and I didn't go. I sort of just like sitting carrying like, no, I'm scared, stranger danger. Me no want to go. And eventually my friend was like, here, come on, she wants us over here. So I just like went with him because I was going with someone, so I just felt, more protected. I had my own personal bodyguard. So we went over to this girl on the bench. She's sitting on her friend. She's saying, oh, hey, I'm Lucy. I'm the one from Snapchat and shit. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, sick. Okay, cool. And then I walked back to the hill, and I was like chilling with one of my friends that I met that day, and we were watching like fake taxi porn on our phones because it was funny at the time to us. We don't finger each other's bum holes. We don't have jerk off sessions. Don't worry about any of that. We just thought it was funny. We probably just had a fucking strange sense of humor back in the day. And she came over to us, to our, like where we were laying, on the same hill that we were laying. She's sort of like beside me, like a bit, kind of beside me basically. And I didn't say a single word to her. I didn't say hello. I didn't say who the fuck are you. I didn't say who the fuck are these people. I sort of just pretended like she doesn't exist. And remember that day as well, my friends were playing like football, and her friends were also playing football with them. I don't know, we just didn't know those people. Another time I was walking through town with my friends, and we went to this other park, and she saw me walking, and she sort of was like, oh, where are you? I was like, come to this park, let's just say St. Johnson's Park or whatever the fuck. I was at St. Johnson's Park. I was playing football with my friends on this little dirt patch or some shit. It was like the ground. I'm a fucking retard. It wasn't the dirt patch, it's just the ground. I was playing football with my friends, and she sort of came over, and she said like, I think she just said hello to me, and I was just like, well, and that's it. I didn't say anything to her because I was, grinding on kicking balls around with the boys, and then she just went to the other side of the park, and that was it. I could have just like sat down and had a conversation with her, or like, get to know her or some shit, but I never done that for some reason. Another time as well, I was chilling with my friends. I came back from Galway, and we're sitting by big fat little sign, and I think I was snapping her or texting her or some shit. I think my friend was on my phone as well, like trying to be funny, be like, oh, you can't have our horse, he's mine, I'm gay, I suck his dick on the daily, you can't have him. And then she like told him to shut the fuck up, you fat bitch. And then she basically told us to come over to the park that was where I met the boys. And we went over there, and nothing really happened. We sort of just went over there. I sort of said jokingly, oh, this guy mean. Let's just say his name David. You call David fat. I was like, that was a bit mean. And she's like, oh, I call my friend fat, and she just called him fat then. And then we sort of just like went home. And as I was going, she said, love you. And I just didn't reply to that or anything at all. I didn't do anything. I just pretended like she was my imaginary friend, and I just left. I didn't say love you too. I didn't say anything else. We sort of just walked away. And yeah, I was a bitch back then. I had no social skills at all. I could not pull a woman for the life of me. If pulling a woman was a game of chess, I would have flipped the board and threw it in the bin because I had no idea how to do it. And that's basically me talking about some of the moments that I fumbled the bag. There's a bunch of others, but I feel like this would have been a long ass video if I would talk about those. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. Please do leave a like, subscribe, appreciate a lot, and I'll see you next one. See you later, have a good one. Goodbye.